Welcome back to Sports Betting Truth Guides. It's been a while since I've done a video like this where I just kind of talk about things. I've really just been doing my picks videos and the travel videos lately, but I'm back to doing some of these types of videos. So I wanted to do a video about this. I say, I'm just going to say it right off the bat. I think this blog post I have from kenpom.com right now, you have no skill betting on NFL games, is the greatest sports betting blog post of all time. So Ken Pomeroy, if this somehow if you somehow find this video, I appreciate all you do. Hopefully you don't have a problem with me glorifying this blog post because it is awesome. So, before I begin, I just want to say that KenPom.com and Ken Pomeroy in general, my main influence when it comes to me, not just the sports betting, but the whole track I took in my life in terms of what I do professionally, and that's data science and all of that. His website in about 2004 when he started doing his ratings, I was hooked. I was only 16 at the time, but I was hooked, and that's what led me down to the path of doing what I do, sports betting models and all of that. It was all because of the college basketball ratings at KenPom. But anyway, he wrote this article almost 9 years ago now about the Super Contest at the time it was the LVH Las Vegas Hilton, but now it's the Westgate. He wrote about the Super Contest. So I'm sure most of you know what the Super Contest is, but for those of you who don't, the Super Contest is an NFL betting contest that the Westgate holds. And if you've ever been to the Westgate before, you'll see like a glass case just full of $1 million, right? And that's what you win. If you win the contest, you win the $1,000,000 or however much it is these days. It's more than that now, and if you finish in the top 20, you also get paid out. The entry fee is $1,500. So what a lot of people do is they'll get their friends together and everything, and everyone will pool together and buy an entry. Some people play it solo though. But really, what the rules are is you pick. They give the spreads out on Wednesday, and you pick 5 games every week. So 5 games times 17 weeks is 80. You pick 85 games a year, right? So whoever has the best win percentage after those 85 games are done is the winner. And the one thing about the Super Contest is that the lines get stale. So they release the lines on Wednesday, and those lines stay the same all the way up until Sunday. So if you're a smart person, you'll wait until the last minute to place bets in case there's been any big line moves or news or injuries or whatever, because the lines are stale. So you're playing against stale lines in this contest. And the thing with the Super Contest is that it has given birth to touts. Often the winners of this contest go tout. I don't like to name them by names because I don't want to give them any more publicity, but there's one well-known tout out there who won this in 2008 and 2009 back-to-back, and he uses that as his claim to fame as to why he's such a great sports picker. Now, I'm winning the Super Contest back-to-back, it's impressive, but you're picking at stale lines, and he still uses that today as evidence of why he's such a great picker. And I'm like, okay, what have you done in the past year? You have to go all the way back 12 years to hype your, anyway, but it's not the most impressive thing in the world because you are picking against stale lines. But anyway, what Ken Pomeroy did here is he analyzed the Super Contest from a data perspective, right? And he came to the conclusion that you have no skill betting NFL games. And I remember reading this for the first time in 2011, and he is right on. He is right on. This blog post right here is the reason I do not bet NFL, period. I've made a video about it before, but I'm going to reiterate it again. I don't bet the NFL because of this blog post, because Ken Pomeroy did the math, he examined everything, he went through it all, and he determined that even against stale lines, there's no evidence that the people in the Super Contest who are at the top are any better than the pickers at the bottom. He went through the results in 2014 against the 515 participants, right? And one thing he notes is that the Super Contest releases the picks everyone makes who's in the contest every week to the public. So you can go down and see who everyone is on. And he said through week 9, the consensus picks were only 51%. Against stale lines, 51%. That is well short of the 52.4% you need to break even. So if the group of people who are willing to pay $1,500 to play in the Super Contest cannot beat stale lines as a consensus, then how can the average person do it? How can someone with a model do it? And so another thing he did in this blog post is he went through the top 25 players at the time and then compared them to the bottom 25 players. And he calculated their win percentage. So in weeks 5 through 9, the top 25 players had about a .012 better win percentage than the bottom 25 players. And he came to the conclusion that the difference between the top 25 pickers and the bottom 25 pickers in the standings was insignificant and less than half a standard deviation. So in other words, the people at the top really know much better than the people at the bottom in the contest. And he actually found later that the bottom 25 has outperformed the rest of the field by a win percentage of 52% to 50.6% during the time frame. It's all noise. And his ultimate conclusion is that betting NFL is no different than flipping a coin. It's very hard to have an edge. And the people at the Super Contest, I mean, you have a sample size of 500 people who think they're smart enough to pay $1,500 to enter a contest. They can't beat it. So how can the average person do it? You got to have a very good model to even have a chance, and I just don't think it's worth bothering, because even if you did have a good model, there's no way your edges are going to be high enough to make it worth it. And I think this line right here says it all. He says betting on the NFL is like playing the slots. I can't prove that Ice-T, who is in first place at the time, has no skill specifically, but in any group of 515 people, there's going to be people that appear to be really good or bad at guessing coin flips, because that's what NFL lines are. They are the sharpest betting market in the world. They are razor sharp, and they're pretty much coin flips. And that's what he says. That's what's essentially happening here, and why Las Vegas is what it is. The LVH is brilliant to put on the Super Contest because it gives the illusion that certain people can win a significant majority of their picks. And he's right. You take 500 people and have them flip a coin 50 times each, I guarantee you there's going to be 3 or 4 people who have 40 heads and 10 tails, and they're going to look like they're, really good at flipping coins. And betting NFL is no different. This line also says a lot. The reality is you can save your energy researching things like how the Chiefs have done against the spread in their last 10 games against the NFC North and just flip a coin. The results of the Super Contest indicate that you're as likely to get rich that way. And he says some of you may see the connection to college hoop analytics, but I'll expand on this soon. I don't know if he ever did. I don't know if he did. I don't remember it, but he's right. The NFL markets are so sharp that even with stale lines, they can't be beat. It's not worth it. Invest your energy into other sports like college football for me, college basketball, even baseball, and probably the NBA. You have a better chance. But I think NBA is closer to the NFL than people think. But NFL, it's a challenge. So I've always said this about the NFL. If you're going to bet it, even if you have a really good model, you got to accept the fact you're going to lose and just enjoy it for what it is. That's the only value I believe there is in betting NFL, because I don't think it's possible to beat otherwise. Anyway, the blog post is called You Have No Skill at Betting on NFL Games. If you Google it, it'll come up, but it's a great read. I think you should read it, and it influenced a lot of my betting strategy back in the day when I read it 9 years ago. Anyway, that wraps it up for this video of Sports Betting Truth. I really wanted to do a video about this blog post because I think it's awesome and really explains a lot and can help you get in the right mindset when it comes to sports betting and help you be more grounded in reality. Anyway, stay tuned right here to Sports Betting Truth. I got more videos for you coming. I got my college football picks. I have more travel videos, and I should have another video like this where I just talk coming out as well. Anyway, until next time, this is Sports Betting Truth signing off.